When we talk about avoidant attachment styles, many people assume these individuals are destined to remain single or struggle endlessly in relationships. But the reality is far more nuanced. Avoidants do get married and often to partners you might not expect. In this video, we'll explore who avoidants tend to marry, the reasons behind these choices, and what it means for their relationships. Let's start by understanding what it means to have an avoidant attachment style and how it shapes romantic connections. Avoidant attachment is a style that develops early in life, often as a response to caregivers who were emotionally unavailable or inconsistent. People with this style value independence and may feel uncomfortable with too much closeness. They often suppress their own needs and keep emotional distance from others. This doesn't mean they don't want love or connection, but their approach to relationships is shaped by a deep-seated need for self-protection. Understanding this is key to seeing why avoidants choose the partners they do. There's a common belief that avoidants only end up with anxious partners, creating a push-pull dynamic. While this does happen, it's not the whole story. Avoidants are often misunderstood as cold or uninterested in relationships, but many long for connection. They just have a different way of expressing it. Let's break down some of these myths and look at the real patterns that emerge when avoidants choose a life partner. Surprisingly, avoidants don't always marry anxious types. Research shows they often end up with secure partners or even other avoidants. The reasons are complex, but it often comes down to comfort and familiarity. Secure partners can provide stability without overwhelming the avoidant, while another avoidant may respect boundaries and space. This challenges the stereotype and opens up a broader understanding of avoidant relationships. Secure partners are often attractive to avoidants because they offer a sense of safety and acceptance. Unlike anxious partners, secure individuals don't pressure for constant closeness or reassurance. They respect boundaries and communicate openly, which helps avoidants feel less threatened. This dynamic can create a surprisingly harmonious relationship, where both partners' needs are met without drama or conflict. Might seem counterintuitive, but avoidants sometimes marry each other. In these relationships, both partners value independence and personal space. There's an unspoken understanding that emotional distance is acceptable and neither feels pressured to change. While this can work well for some, it can also mean that deeper emotional intimacy is rare, and issues may go unaddressed for long periods. Of course, the classic anxious-avoidant pairing does happen. In these relationships, the anxious partner seeks closeness while the avoidant pulls away. This creates a cycle of pursuit and withdrawal that can be exhausting for both. While there's often strong chemistry, these relationships can be unstable unless both partners work to understand and manage their attachment styles. Avoidants are drawn to partners who don't threaten their sense of autonomy. They may subconsciously seek out people who are self-sufficient, emotionally stable, or who don't demand constant attention. This helps them feel safe and in control, reducing the anxiety that comes with intimacy. Understanding these motivations can help explain why avoidants make the choices they do in love. Often, avoidants are attracted to what feels familiar, even if it's not always healthy. If they grew up in environments where emotional distance was the norm, they may unconsciously recreate those dynamics in adulthood. This can mean choosing partners who are emotionally reserved or who don't push for closeness, simply because it feels comfortable and predictable. Marriages involving avoidance can face unique challenges. Emotional distance, difficulty expressing needs, and reluctance to engage in conflict are common issues. Partners may feel lonely or misunderstood if these patterns aren't addressed. However, with awareness and effort, avoidants and their spouses can learn to bridge the gap and build deeper intimacy over time. It's important to remember that attachment styles aren't fixed. Avoidants can learn to become more comfortable with intimacy, especially in supportive relationships. Therapy, self-reflection, and open communication can all help avoidants and their partners grow together. Over time, many avoidants find ways to balance their need for independence with a desire for closeness. Healthy relationships with avoidants are marked by mutual respect, clear boundaries, and honest communication. Both partners feel safe expressing their needs, and there's an understanding that space is not a threat to the relationship. When these elements are present, avoidants can thrive in long-term partnerships and even enjoy deep emotional intimacy. If you're married to or dating an avoidant, patience and understanding are key. Avoid pushing for more closeness than your partner is ready for and focus on building trust over time. Encourage open conversations about needs and boundaries and be willing to give space when necessary. With time, many avoidants become more open to intimacy and connection. Despite the challenges, avoidants are fully capable of loving, committed relationships. With the right partner and a willingness to grow, they can experience deep connection and satisfaction in marriage. The key is finding someone who respects their boundaries and supports their journey toward greater intimacy. So who do avoidants marry? The answer is more varied than you might think. While some end up with anxious partners, many find happiness with secure individuals or even other avoidants. The most important factor is mutual understanding and respect. By challenging stereotypes and embracing the complexity of attachment, we can better support all couples in building healthy, lasting relationships.